Okay, baby. UFC 316, Merab O'Malley 2 is here. Oh, and I forgot Juliana Pena's fighting Kayla Harrison as well. Woo! Another women's title fight co-main. It's fine. Whatever. Let's just get into these early prelims, man. Markel Medeiros, Mark Choinsky. I'm going with Markel Medeiros. Truthfully, I don't know who Mark Choinsky is. That's just what it is. But I was going to pick Markel Medeiros to win. I believe he was supposed to... I forgot who he was supposed to fight on this card. Was it Balaji Oki? I don't remember, but Markel Medeiros is actually pretty good, and I'm going to trust him to win. Next, Quinlan Salkilled, Yanala Shamuz. Quinlan Salkilled is overrated as fuck. He KO'd Anshul Jabli. We know. We love it. We like to see it. I was happy to see it. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get an easy finish like that over Yanala Shamuz. I think he's going to win the decision, let me say that. But I don't think he's going to chin him. Yanala Shamuz has got a chin on him. And Yanala Shamuz took a hard hit off of Trevor Peek, and he was able to win that fight by basically smothering Trevor Peek up against the cage and landing big shots of his own after that first round. I believe this is when he took that big shot. So Yanala Shamuz, he's in there to fight, and if Quinlan Salkilled thinks he's gonna go in there and just like piece him up quickly in the first round, then he's got another thing coming to him. He's got a long night ahead of him. So I believe he's gonna win, but only if he fights smart and is able to keep Yanala Shamuz at range, because he does have a height advantage and a reach advantage. So I'm going with Quinlan Salkilled for those reasons. Next, Jekka Sadiq versus Yu Ju-Sang. I do know who Yu Ju-Sang is. I looked him up. He's a Korean brother. I saw the name and I was like, this has to be a Korean brother. And he is. I'm going with Yu Ju-Sang. He's actually pretty good. He has pretty damn good technique. And Koreans are very tough for some reason. They're like deceptively tough. They're like Mexicans of Asia. You know what I mean? I guess you could say like Thai people are that way too. But I feel like Koreans are more like... I associate them with being Mexican for some odd reason. But Jekka Sadiq... But let me make this clear though. Both of these guys are fucking mid. And for some reason, Yu Ju-Sang didn't come through any normal channels. He didn't come through the Contender Series or the Road to UFC. He's just here. So he must know somebody, or Korean Zombie must have made some calls on his behalf. But here he is, and I think he's going to win. Wang Kong, Ariane Lipsky. I'm going with Wang Kong. Wang Kong showed good, although she did get submitted in her last fight, she did show good scrambling ability, good takedown defense, and pretty good like ability to get back up on her feet. And we know she has KO power. She does have good boxing and kickboxing. And for those reasons, I am going to go with Ariane Lipsky. I'm trusting that she fixed those holes in her game and is able to anticipate any submissions Ariane is trying to set up if Ariane is smart and actually tries to use her jiu-jitsu. But I don't think she's that smart, because we've seen her lose decisions. We've seen her get submitted. We've seen her get pieced up at this point. And I don't really believe in her anymore. Although she's actually the younger fighter, I believe. She's actually 31. They're 2 years apart. Whatever. She's not the younger. She is the younger fighter, but she has more wear and tear on her. And I mean, like almost half of her career has been L's. I mean, 17-10. I mean, a little less than half, but you know, it's just not a good look, man. But that's next. Actually, let me just recap the early prelims. I'm going with Markel Medeiros, Quinlan Salkilled, Yu Ju-Sang, Wang Kong. Next, Chaos Williams, Andreas Gustafsson. Oh, I forgot Johnny Walker is supposed to fight. Chaos Williams. I'm gonna go with Chaos Williams. Andreas Gustafsson. I just don't think he's that good. He's a bit of like, he's like a brawler. He's like a smudger. He's a very dense fucking welterweight. Honestly, like he looks like he could fight at middleweight, truthfully, but I'm going to go with Chaos Williams. Chaos Williams has had some very good performances in his career, and his losses have aged pretty well. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with Chaos Williams. Let's make, that one's kind of a quick pick. Sergey Spivak, Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo Cortez Acosta is a fighter whose downfall I'm consistently praying for, and it never seems to happen for some reason. But I'm hoping it happens this time. Sergey Spivak is very good. These guys, I believe, are like the same height and same reach. 78, 60, yeah, literally an inch difference. The advantage that Sergey Spivak has is in the grappling. I believe that if he and Waldo get into a bit of a striking battle and he's able to maybe not get an advantage, but find the opening, he could shoot a double leg and submit Waldo Cortez Acosta. So I'm going to go with Sergey Spivak by submission. This fight, I do not believe this fight is going to go to decision. Most heavyweight fights don't, and I don't think this one is. Next, Brunson Ribeiro, Azamat Mirzakhanov. I'm going with Azamat Mirzakhanov. Dude, he's fucking good. Let's just keep it real, guys. If you guys have seen this guy's fights, he is good, man. He is fast. He is quick. He is dangerous. He is stealthy. He is speed. All right, man. He fucks people up brutally. In a lot of his fights, I feel like people in the sport are sort of like downplaying him. But even in a lot of his fights, he's been the underdog, but he's always come out on top. I mean, you can't be 14-0, unless you're pretty damn good, especially because he does have a couple wins in the UFC now. I'm gonna go with Azamat Murzakanov because he's so dangerous and everyone seems to be doubting him, and I'm not doubting him. Next, Joshua Van, Bruno Silva, the GOAT. Joshua Van, I need him to win this, please, Lord. Please, Lord, please, Heavenly Jesus, help Joshua Van in there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right, but I'm gonna say this: Bruno Silva's good, and we did see him get pieced up against Manel Cap. I'm not gonna hold it to him. Everyone's been pieced up every once in a while. Joshua Van's been KO'd, so I'm not gonna hold that against him either. That was like 3 fights ago. I'm gonna go with Joshua Van because I think he is just so good at scrambling. He's so good at getting back on his feet. He works the body really well. He has very crisp and clean boxing. I don't think Bruno Silva has the answers for him on the striking, and if he tries to implement his grappling, I believe Joshua Van can anticipate those takedowns, sprawl, get back up, and he has the ability to keep this fight on the feet, and that's what I'm going to trust him to do. So I'm going with Joshua Van. So for the prelims, I'm taking Chaos Williams, Sergey Spivak, Azamat Murzakanov, and Joshua Van. Next, I'm going to go with Kevin Holland, Vicente Luque. I'm going with Kevin Holland. Up until the Themba Gorimbo fight, everybody was ready to completely disregard Vicente Luque's ability to even win fights anymore. And although it was good to see him back in the win column, I just don't think like the Themba Gorimbo win was all that. I think Themba Gorimbo he's quite good himself, but he's also just really young in his career. I will say I didn't think he was gonna win. I didn't think Themba was gonna win, but I didn't expect Vicente Luque to Darce choke him like that in the first round out cold. And although Kevin Holland is susceptible to a Darce choke and he is susceptible to getting submitted, I don't necessarily think that Vicente Luque is has the skill to do that to Kevin Holland. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Holland to keep Vicente at range and to hopefully honestly piece him up. I want to see a vintage Kevin Holland KO performance. He almost got Gunnar Nelson out in the first round of his last fight, and it'd be really great to see him get a finish in this fight. So I'm going with Kevin Holland. Patchy Mix, Mario Batista. Honestly, I was a bit of a Patchy Mix hater. When he was in Bellator talking all that shit, saying that he's like the best bantamweight on earth, I was like, shut up, bro, you're in the B leagues. But now here he is in the UFC, and I want to see him back that shit up. And I think this is good matchmaking on the UFC's part. The fact that they put a guy like him against Mario Batista, because now, most people would be rooting against him because he's a shit talker from the B leagues coming into the UFC, but he's coming up against Mario Batista, who everybody wants to see lose, including me. With that being said, Mario Batista's good. The game plan against Jose Aldo, although it was fucking gay to watch and lame as fuck, it was smart. He didn't want to let Jose Aldo get in his flow and start working him in the striking, so he prevented that completely. With that being said, if Mario Batista tries that same shit, which I think he is, because Patchy Mix does have good striking, he's going to get finished. I'm picking Patchy Mix by TKO. Next, Kelvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer. Kelvin Gastelum is a fat, undisciplined loser at this point of his career, truthfully, and I know that's coming a lot from me. I'm a keyboard warrior, I guess you could say. But I mean, it's just true. He constantly misses weight. He constantly pulls out of fights. What else is there to say? He doesn't care about his career. I don't even know why he's still in the UFC. He's just got a chin. That's really the only thing he has going for him in his career is the fact that he has a chin. And I'm gonna pick Joe Pyfer by decision because truthfully, although Joe Pyfer does have good striking, I don't think he has enough power to put away Kelvin Gastelum. And I think the most important thing that Joe Pyfer has going for him, other than the fact that he can grapple and he has good striking, is the fact that Sean Brady is going to be in his corner, and Sean Brady already fought Kelvin Gastelum and submitted him. So I think Joe Pyfer just has everything going for him to win this fight. I truly feel like this fight is such an easy lock on the card. Out of every fight that's on the card, I feel like other than the Azamat Murzakanov fight, Joe Pyfer is a lock on this card for everybody. Juliana Pena, Kayla Harrison. I'm gonna go with Kayla Harrison. She's a man. She's a guy. She's got a lot of tests going in there. But I just think she can use. I think the biggest thing she has going for her is the physicality. I don't think her striking or grappling is all that, but I don't think Juliana Pena's striking or grappling is all that either. So as long as she can just use her physicality to hold her down, hold her up against the cage, and land ground and pound, it should be an easy decision win for Kayla Harrison. So I'm going with Kayla Harrison for decision. Next, Merab versus Sean O'Malley. Dude, I don't know if Merab is trying to gaslight us or if he's fucking around or if he's being serious, but it just seems like he's already counting. It seems like he's counting himself out of the fight, and that doesn't do anything for me. That hurts. I'm like, dude, Merab, you're my guy. Did you beat Umar? Why are you saying this? I want to believe in you to beat Sean, and he doesn't even seem to believe in himself. I don't know who to pick. Truly, I'm gonna. Fuck, man. It's like, man. I'm going with Merab. Fuck it. I'm going with Merab. Merab, he has the conditioning. He has the grappling. At the end of the day, Merab does. She's not known to be a striker, and his striking does seem pretty awful. But if he can get in there in the pocket, he can land big shots. I mean, he stumbled Umar in the 5th round of that fight, and he's got a chin on him. And I think the biggest thing is that regardless of Sean's work in the offseason, just waiting for this fight, like putting everything in the back seat to focus on fighting, I don't think it's enough. I really don't. Like, because he's looking for that shot. He's looking for that combination, that sequence that's going to get him a TKO win. And I don't think that's going to happen. Because even when he did it in the 5th round of their first fight, he had him hurt. He didn't go for the finish because he was afraid of getting taken down again. And that's still the threat here. So no matter what happens, the threat of Merab is always there. And Merab, regardless, although he's been dropped, he does have a bit of a chin, and he always has the grappling to rely on. So if you stumble him or if you knock him down and you try and crowd him and go for the finish, he's gonna tangle you up and he's gonna keep himself in it. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Merab, man. And he beat Umar. That's the biggest thing. No, I'm kidding. No. I just think Merab is honestly that good. He's the bantamweight GOAT. And if he beats Sean O'Malley again, it's even more undeniable. And then we can finally get Corey Sandhagen his title shot. Because that's what I'm really excited for. So yeah, I'm going with Merab. All right, fight me. Let me know what you guys think.